Yep.
Hi everyone.
Well, you're nearly live.
Oh, okay. Am I now? Yes, I am. Hi everyone. Let me just get my videos up real quick. It's not loading.
Okay, mate, along.
Like, Dad, we're alive.
Okay, everybody. So I said we'd probably do mixed media tonight because we've got this piece of 332 GSM craft cardstock. So what's going to happen is Naomi-Jon is actually going to do a mixed media class because we sometimes need to change it up and have something different going on around here. We can't just have all the same all the time. So, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to have Naomi-Jon doing the mixed media on the scrapbook page tonight, which will be really good for a lot of you that haven't done a mixed media class with her. So
it's going to be interesting. Let's put it that way. Oh, hello, Dee. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Trish. Hi, Pam.
So it's on Naomi-Jon's YouTube channel tonight, not on mine. And
yes. Hello,
so that means you really need to follow her YouTube channel. Yeah. As well as my YouTube channel. And Quentin's going to put links up for that. Here's your scribe tonight. And I'm going to go and just going to get my planners here. And I'm going off to continue designing product, which I did this afternoon.
You have fun.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
With my little tiny bowl of ice cream that's melted.
Hi, Di. Yeah, thank you. Hi, Robin. I'm not really used to teaching scrapbooking classes, so this might be a bit of a crash course for both of us, for both you and me, for both you guys and me. So I was told I had to show the card first. So this is the card that Mum created yesterday in class. It's a fancy fold. Oh, so you guys went for a bit of a ride then. Oh, hello, Sandy. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Liz. For those who didn't get the memo, I'm teaching tonight. I only got the memo about half an hour ago, so we're all in this together. So yes, so tonight we're going to create a mixed media scrapbooking layout. It should be fun. I do create at a little bit of a pace sometimes, but I will try to keep that under control because I understand that that's probably not something that you guys want to do tonight because it's the middle of the week. It's a bit scary how it's the middle of the week, not gonna lie. Got a lot to do at the shop and I haven't done it all yet, which is fun. Not really. Right, I'm just going to try and find Mum's cutter because I don't really feel like using a guillotine. But I feel like that's my only option. It is. Oh, yay!
Oh, mate, for the third time hitting.
Yes, so it's going to be a mixed media scrapbooking page. Oh, hello, Debbie. Oh, we have two Debbies. This is going to be interesting. And hello, Deborah. So yes, mixed media. And hello, Marie. So let's get started. So first with our piece of paper number 4, which it should be still fully whole, if I'm not mistaken. We want to come in and cut this at 12 inches, which is basically just cutting off the barcode. Pretty much. So here we go. Okay, that's at 12 inches. So that's going to be our backing. And then we want to cut our piece of buffalo card, which should also be fully whole. Very sounds like you were thrown in the deep end, Naomi. Just a little bit. Embrace the wonder of the love. I have cut my fingers I've nearly cut my fingers a lot of times on loft chopper. I remember my high school had a massive one of these and it was scary. There was too many incidents where the first aid officer had to be called. High school should not have guillotines. That's That's what I learned. So then we're cutting our piece of buffalo craft down to 11 inches by 11 inches. Right. And then, does Mum actually own a trimmer, Dad? Because I wanted to make a frame, but I can't.
Yeah, my mind's a trimmer. Turn around, it should be over. I can see it over there, Naomi.
Oh, there it is. Oh, we don't have to use the waffle shovel. Thanks the Lord. It didn't scare me. Right. Oh, hello, Cherie. Right. So now we've got that there. So we can see. Oh, yes, it looks lovely. Kind of what we wanted. And then what we want to do is we want to come and cut the middle out of this. You can do a 1 inch by 1 inch frame. I'm not going to measure it though because I ain't that skilled. Also, the last time I tried doing sophisticated measuring on the weekend, but there was a few connections, so we're going to cut this at any size, just as long as we get something to work with from the middle. So we are making a bit of like a grungy. Oh, hello Marie. Hello Chloe. Hello Annie Robin and hello Mary.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get my string out of here.
Oh, okay. Right here. Right. So we are going to make a bit of a grungy type of camping page. I was thinking about doing patchwork, but I've already created a patchwork page with this range before at the retreat we did with this. So I was going to say at the last retreat, but I realized that literally happened on the weekend and it wasn't for this range. Oh, hello, Marlene. So here we go, folks. So yeah, we're going to create a bit of a grungy page, and that's that. And then for paper number 1, we want to cut this.
Why aren't you using a lopper chopper, chicken?
Oh, because I'm a chicken poo, as we just established.
Really?
Yep. You raised me.
Not to be a chicken.
Hello, Bronny. Another name during class on Thursday night too. Yes, so I will also be teaching tomorrow night as well. So we're doing 2.
A lot of people don't realise how awesome the mixed media classes are.
Wow,
Oh, I should be hang on. Oh, this lady that was wanting to know.
does this mean we? Yeah, so 2 classes in a row. Woo! We're gonna be doing lots.
Welcome to my world, kiddo. I'm just dishing a dad out of a hole he's got himself in.
Right, so we're going to cut this by 4 by 12, our paper piece number 1, which was, you should have had half a sheet left. And then we're going to cut it into the wood grain slices, if that makes sense.
Hey, Quentin.
Please tell me if none of this makes sense, or if it does, or if it doesn't.
Oh, I think this might be your pen that she flogged as well.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I flogged some pens of Dad's this week.
Oh,
I have not returned any of the pens I stole, though, because I chucked 3 in the bin because they didn't work.
They're the dummies for Noah.
Really, Dad?
Has it worked, Quentin?
No. Oh, hang on. I'm doing 3 things at once.
I'm not talking about the
hello,
dummy
Jason.
Hey, Jace, how are you? Mixed media on a Wednesday night. We here.
Thank you.
What are you doing? Looks like you're scrapbooking. I thought you were doing mixed media.
We're getting there. Building a base. Jeez. You told me not to do the same thing I did last time.
She's already created with this piece
Jace
of
pocket
cardstock.
called me today.
What's that?
Jace Pocket called me today. That's all right, Jace. I was trying to call you earlier today. We'll catch up tomorrow.
Yeah, Quentin.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm hitting string on now.
Yeah, Quentin was ringing you. You've only got 15 minutes, Quentin, for the code to work.
That's not long enough. He's a dinosaur typer.
I am in, thank you.
Right. Better late than never.
Oh, wordy lordy.
My father does
Just finished
dinosaur
15 hour
fingers.
day. Oh, Jace.
Ooh,
Oh, Jason.
yucky.
Oh, darling.
That's got all kinds of barbed wire wrapped around it, mate. Gotta tell you.
That's not a fun day.
Yeah.
Man.
You gotta tell them they got that all wrong.
So I'm just doing some laying out. So this piece here is 12 by
So what did you cut pattern paper 1 to? I didn't hit mine.
4 inches.
Yes.
And then I'll be cut it into the wood grain strips. So 4 by 12, and then we cut the wood grain lines. Okay, and then this piece, this other piece of buffalo card is 6 by 12 inches. And I'm laying it all out before we go, because half the time when I go and make a scrapbooking page, things don't work out well because I don't have a plan. I do like a mixed media background, and I'm like, oh, let's make it fit. Which is what I did last time. So I'm trying to not make the same thing again for you guys. Which will either end really well or really bad. Oh, Chloe got her parcel today, Dad. Woo!
Excellent.
How school when she got that's excellent to hear. Okay, and then this piece of scrap word tile. I'm gonna make Dad work for his money tonight, by the way, people. He doesn't normally have to scribe too much in my classes. So tonight I'm gonna make him work for it. Just a heads up.
Oh, please answer it.
Peak season 7 days. Oh no. That's not fun. Like, I hope you get a good weekend.
Right.
Alright, and then so we're just gonna come in and cut this at the wood grain strip. So it should be already 4 and 5/8. Ugh, can tell Mom had this piece of paper. 4 5/8 wide.
Okay, so that's the dark timber.
Yeah, so that's the one that's on the back of the tile, the word tiles. The word tiles. Right. Right. Over that. She really should be thanking Mum, because this is like right up my alley. It's grungy, so we'll be all good. And then what we want to come and do is we just want to cut our photos next, because I just want to make sure my photos sit nicely. I do have some photos in mind for this page. I've been on lots of camping trips through Scouts, and a lot of my experiences have either my older brother or my dad involved.
What a bad thing that was.
Like, we had fun, I have to say. It was good bonding experiences. Some trips I hope I never go on again, because just the sheer, like, I don't know what we were thinking with some of them.
Adventurous activities.
Oh, yeah. I'm just cutting my fakey photos with this piece
What
of back
size paper
first.
photo do you have?
Well, we're going to use a 6x4. And then, because I know most of my camping photos are quite blurry, but you can always get, like, you know, a good 4-incher out of them. We're going to do, let me see how many 4-inch photos I can cut from this. We're going to do 2 4-inch photos.
1
No.
6 by 4.
Oh, we're going to do 1 4-inch photo. Sorry.
1 6 by 4 and 1 4 by 4.
Yes, and let me just see how much I've got here. And 2 by 2 photos.
You better write on them what they are.
Oh, okay. Righty-o. Let me find a white pencil. Get rid of those so then we don't accidentally use them. Sorry. Oh, hello, Beryl. Oh, hello, Jacqueline. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Hopefully you can. This was a 4 by 4 inch, and then we've got 2 by 2 inch ones because, you know, like I said, you've always got blurry photos from trips and whatnot. Like, they've got like blurry corners and just, or like the thing that you actually wanted to take the photo of is like directly like in one corner, and the rest of the photo is like, what on earth is that? I have lots of those. Although, in saying that, on one of my camping trips, I did take like 20 photos of this snake eating an octopus. Was it the other way around? Was the octopus eating the snake? I don't know. We did not stop to have a look at that point. Because, yeah. So, we've got our 6 by 4. And then 4 by 4, I want to go. Two. I think I might do another 2 by 2 inch photo. Yep, just give me a second. We're going to do another 2 by 2 inch photo. Oh, hello, Michelle. That one, and then, right. So we don't want trek, wonder. What words do we have? We've got hiking. That explains most of my trips. I'm telling you, I did so many hikes, man. And yet, I never got lighter as a packer. I always pack. Oh, thanks, Dad. I always pack heavy. It's really unfortunate. I was really hoping for the word open, but I can't find it in all the stuff. You know how to use the word open? Oh, nope, there we go. Wide open spaces. wide open spaces, and then right. Oh, hello, Karen. And then put that pencil back up there. So that's kind of going to be our general layout. I know it looks very boring at this point in time and very brown, but that is okay because it's about to be less brown. So we're just going to take our 2 sheets of craft and we're going to get all this together. You might want to take a photo. Heads up, you might have want to take a photo. How it looked beforehand, because we're now coming back over here and we're just going to put those off to one side while we do the next bits and pieces, which is the background and our piece of buffalo. But I think we might keep this one here a bit more empty. We'll see how we go with the main one. So this is the main background one, and what we want to do is we want every piece of scrap we can find. Those ones, that one, that one. I do want to keep the rest of these letter blocks just for a bit later on in the class.
Right now?
That's an acorn. Oh.
Pine cone.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. It's a pine cone.
Which page? Oh, in a billion pieces. Not cone.
You go, dear.
Okay.
If you're
You have other things to do.
if you're going to hinder the process.
Marie says I always take a photo so I can get my layouts back together.
Yeah. Yeah, probably should have gotten a photo of that one before we did what we just did, but that's we'll be alright.
Chip chop little hop.
Okay, Father.
Karen says, hello, ladies and gentlemen. That would be you and me, Jason, and the gentleman.
Oh, look at that. Guys, are proud of your own useful special, Dad.
Nothing special.
I'm glad you noticed. Gee, I'm nice, aren't I? Sorry. So I'm just grabbing out a die. So I think I'm going to use this Art by Marlene die. It did come in the advent calendar. There is some similar ones around. Actually, that doesn't really fit our theme. We want that one there. Sorry. We want the geometric one. And then I'm thinking also we might
Where
use.
does everyone get the plastic pages for the pocket pages? Oh, the Kaiser.
Oh yes, they're Kaiser Crafts type one. They will put the link in for you. Now, Chloe. So we want a die like this and a leaf like this. So this is a stencil cutting die because we're about to make like a serendipity type paper background, and we're gonna make a lot of these, just so then we can add them to bits and pieces and really get some layers into it. We also want to add some color
Yeah, she's
to
reading to
this
Noah.
background.
No.
So here we go. So the colors we want are green. We want to get some pearlescence in there. Saddle brown. We already have quite a browny type background already. We might use a Lindy's Mist. Some green. And I really want to add purple, but I don't know why. Just looks like it needs purple. What do we think? Or do you think I just need to take the purple out? The stencils, so these ones here came in the Art by Marlene advent calendar. However, she has released a few other ones quite lately that we do have in stock. So a lot of her stuff, like the textures, can be used across various different things. If you've got some stuff in your stash, can use them. We're just going to use them like to create texture and all the rest of it, so it doesn't really matter overall of the shape. Okay, here we go. So what we want to do is we want to create a little bit of a mess. So if you don't have paints and stuff like that, you can use watercolors. If you don't have, or inks like we're about to use. Actually, we also want, Mom's got some distress inks here. Mom has some distress inks and oxides. Oh, maybe we should check out the lavender. Then, no, we'll put in that one. We'll keep the lavender. And we'll put in the nude, that one. Yeah, there we go. More of a color palette that makes sense. So what we want to do first is we'll come in and we'll just add our inks in. So we're coming in and stamping our inks down to get the smooshing effect. We are doing some smooshing. It's just a good way to get color on the background. And here we go. We just want to add some of our purple down. We might need to poke it.
Casey says we're too cheap. Actually, there's a whole heap of new colours that are up on Marlene into, aren't they?
Yeah, there is a whole heap of new colours. The
What are these?
police one would look really nice, or I think the yellow is called cheesy.
Cheesy. There's no kits left, but there's heaps of single tubes.
Yeah. So we don't have any other kits left, but we've got some of the tubes. Alright, so now that we've got that down, we're going to come in and just spray. Oh, I love them. I love the Art by Marlene art journals. We're actually using one currently for the mixed media classes, so yeah. And we want to come in and mix them just a little bit, especially this lavender, because it's going to be a bit blobby, our paint, but that's okay. And we're just coming in and adding some water down. I'm heavy-handed compared to my mum, heads up, so we're going to make a mess. I'm sorry for anyone who is a very clean creative. That ain't me.
What colour ink pad did you use?
Can I see? Which ones?
On your piece of pad.
Okay, so I use the Card Deco Pearlescent Christmas Green and Saddle Brown. I then use the Art by Marlene Lavender and the Distress Spray Stain Uncharted Marina. I use a whole collection of different things because, you know, why stick to one when you can have many? So we're just going to come in and smush it down. Yep, like I said, heavy-handed on the inks. Right, so that actually looks really nice. And then come in and do another one down there. And another one. Okay, right.
That's very true, Jazz. Art by Marlene journals, you can take the pages out and put them back in.
Yes, you can, which I found out when I got my last one from her for the art journal classes, which is amazing. Right, I'm just going to come in with my other piece of buffalo card and get the color on it, so it's no longer plain. He's got some color. He's a bit more bluey. Anyone get the reference I just made? Probably don't if you don't watch kids shows. Truly sorry. I am a fan of kids shows. I watch a lot of Barbie. Probably a bit too much for my age group, but that's fine. Hey Dad, do you know what Mum's alcohol inks are?
No, I'm not saying alcohols.
That's a good question.
I'll send you some links in a second, Sandra. I'm just going to find something.
Yeah. Please hurry, because my thing's drying and for me to be able to do the technique.
I'm hurrying.
Well, I need to be able to do this technique, and I'm losing hours, Dad. I'm losing daylight.
I'm going to ask.
Yeah, you do that.
Because, you know, she probably took them to retreat and come somewhere else.
Alright, we are going to use this
Alcohol.
Distress Oxide tumble glass as well. Yeah, the blue is very vibrant. Oh, yes, and the Valen book, they're so good. That. Oh, thank you. I watched Blue with my young grandson. Yeah, see? We watched the Zombies 3 movie with Ari on it.
Oh, listen now, he's in that shower.
I
Why
know.
would you be moving that?
I'm just going to use some plastic here because we've got a bit of stuff everywhere. Do you have
Do you
your...
want some alcohol in?
Yes, please.
Oh no, there's some in here.
I'm not really fussed on colour.
I have it in here for, you know, when I need to just use some alcohol in for some sort of weirdness in the class.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that means that, yeah, no, I might have given it to you.
Oh, okay. Could you go and do me a favor? Oh, hold up. Oh no, that's a Distress Oxide. You can go and get my alcohol inks. I know where they exactly are in my room. Right, while we wait for that, we're going to just use a baby wipe and clean up this bit.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
I usually have a purple one and a gold one sitting in there.
Okay.
So I can just use them when I need to just demo.
I've got alcohol inks in my bedroom if anyone wants to go and
Yeah, I'm going.
do a quick run. It's in the bookcase. It's in the Couture Creations case.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they'll be on the black trolleys now because I had to get moved because I own too many books. There's a monthly Bluey magazine. Oh, I know what I'm getting Amelia for her birthday. I always had to watch Thomas the Tank Engine. Yes, Thomas the Tank Engine was a staple in our household as well.
We have many videos of Thomas the Tank and DVDs.
Yeah, we were from the clay generation though, not the animated generation. As Amelia so likes to point out to Milton and I when we're together, saying that we are old.
You are old, and Amelia's always my love.
Yeah, there is a bit of a bear's face there, isn't it? Well, it matches the camping theme. Not that we get bears in Australia, but you never know. You never know. One day we could. Hope not, because that would just make it even more terrifying. Or you had to watch out for snakes, spiders, and a bunch of other stuff. Oh, Mum's doing the nightly knock.
That's the you didn't get out of the shower second knock.
I'm sure when you knock for a normal person to get out of the shower, they get out on the first knock.
Well, you know, he's a teenager. Right, and here we go. We're looking for our. And
Sandra, I just sent you 2 links first on the PM. They're both in stock. So peeps, I'll catch up. Holy smoly! So Chloe said just so tempting. She's talking about the journaling.
yeah. One minute,
My husband loves Outback truckers.
So I'm just gonna add in now the alcohol inks, and you'll see that the water dissipates from the alcohol inks, which gives it like that resistance effect, which is what we're going for. I was hoping that these would spread out naturally. Where's a paintbrush? Don't have one, so
Yes, our kids grew up. They told us to take the clay one. Milk used to walk around saying, and then there was trouble. And he put his best Ringo Starr accent on.
well, you know, Paw Patrol and Barbie. Yeah, I like that. Watched a lot of Barbie. I once did try make Trish watch Barbie. It didn't go very well. Although I did find that Reno shows were actually really fun to watch when I lived with them. Trish and all. Can I tell you?
You got to give the creators of Barbie their due respect, so they can create names for things and then make it end up in the dictionary.
What, like a slunge pooper?
A slunge pooper, which is some part of the exhaust system of Barbie's car.
I think it's in the Urban Dictionary.
So it fell out. I can't say I've achieved that high status.
Really bad. Right, so we're just adding some khaki as well because it'll give it that more of that glimmer to it. There we go. And then what we want to come and do is we're going to grab out the modeling paste and our stencil.
Which stencil are we using? Oh, that's out of the
Advent calendar, yes. So
yeah, I'm out of them.
yes.
Alright, but you
we
can
do
use
have
any sort of leaf
yeah,
stencil.
you can use any sort of leaf stencil, and we do have similar ones in stock that recently did come in from the Art by Marlene. I am just going to get some of this modeling paste out of the jar.
Interesting is the word I was thinking of too there, Deborah.
Like a slunge pooper. Have you never heard of it, Dad? You're a mechanic. Come on. Keep up the times.
Well, what can I say?
If Ken knows it.
Ken's IQ is questionable.
If Ken's IQ is questionable, imagine what Ryan's is. Yeah. So you can tell. Storyboards. Oh, that's... Oh, it's educational TV. Oh, okay.
Okay. Holy.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now. The most educational stuff that I watch on TV is movies in another language.
Yeah, Deborah, we know we've got to get the photos up and working properly for those couple of packs. Saw the message the other day and we will get there.
Which packs are they?
The Mermaids 4 and 5s, I think, don't have
Oh.
no image on the website. So we will get them there.
Well, Mermaid 4 is the darker skin tone mermaids with coloured hair, and Mermaid 5 is the lighter skin tone mermaids with coloured hair.
Yes, pink hair.
Pink hair. I know that because I've been peeling them for days.
Yep.
Hold up, you mean to say that I'm cutting product that ain't on the online store yet?
It's on there, it just doesn't have an image. So we've got to fix it.
Yeah, better. I'm going to stop cutting them.
Something that just didn't happen. There's something that didn't quite happen.
So I'm just being a little bit aware that some of these areas are going to be covered. So I'm not going to really put the modeling paste in those areas. I am trying not to get attached to this background, but I have to say I am really liking it, which is a problem because we're going to cover most of it up. So we're just coming in and we're doing our modeling paste now.
I'm liking the stencil by Art by Marlene, the one that says it's Flower Madness, because that is Flower Madness.
I know, I really want to get it, but Mum told me I had to wait until the next order comes in.
Yes, so we do have lots more art by Marlene on the way.
Yes.
Or studio light, I should say.
Studio line in general, yeah.
Art by Marlene is just one of their branches. So you could use this stencil.
Yes.
Or any leaf stencil, really.
Yeah, any leaf stencil or flower
Any
stencil.
flower stencil.
So now that we've got that there, I might. Oh, that leaf was probably gonna need to go on another angle. I don't really like them being fully like fledged leaves, so I'm just gonna come in and scrape a few of them just to make them a little bit more abstract. Because I don't like people thinking that I can paint realistically. I can, but people don't need to know that. And I'll start expecting it. And realism is...
You paint things like backgrounds in real lives. Real stills.
Yeah. Still life paintings and
Do a couple of landscapes.
portraits. Jeez.
Don't have to be the portraits.
Honestly, I'm telling you right now, I can do it with my camera. I'm not going to bother drawing it.
Actually, this one from Celebrate did a good stencil for it too. It's vines going up a tree.
Marie has a question about does she have enough in her order to be posted yet? Or
Yes, Marie, I was going to post yours the other day. Then I remembered your scrapbook layouts are still here from Springtime Tea Party, and I found them yesterday. So I will get that order on its way to you in the next day or so. I thought we've held on to your pages for that long. I need to get them back to you.
Look at that. Dad, remembering something. Right, so I'm just going to clean my hands real quick. I would like to think of the more terminology of honest. Mama taught me honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
And I'm sticking to it.
You want to do the mail now?
Only if you're going to keep up with 8 machines.
I can't keep up with that.
I know, but I can. Oh. Sorry, I'm just rubbing it into Dad's face because he said that I couldn't keep up with 6 machines the other day, and I'm more than kept up with those things.
It depends on what you're cutting.
You never said that. You just said because you couldn't keep up with them. So I'll prove you wrong.
And how many mats did you bring home that need to be peeled?
Today.
On that day when you were running 6 machines. Leslie, that one. We're just taking that home. Okay, thank you very much.
Oh my god, 16 journals. Wow. #1 fan goes out to Jason. Art by Marlene. Right, so I'm just going to get a few of these letter blocks. And
It's
while
okay, Marie. We'll get that passed on its way.
the modeling paste is still dry, we are going to use it as a glue in some of these areas. It'll just save us some of the messy groundwork to get some of this stuff stuck down. Because, I don't know about you, but I don't actually like using glue. I find it very annoying. And yep, I use it literally every day of my life. So yeah, so we're just going to come in and I am going to stick these down as I go. Heads up, just because if I do that, I'm not going to forget where the ones are that I have and have not stuck down. It also means that we don't have to come back through. It does mean we have to be decisive.
I noticed the hands earlier, Michelle.
My goodness, I'm looking at you. Yeah.
You're grubby.
I take after my grandmother when I paint. I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm not gonna lie. She was really messy.
You haven't got a detail up over your shoulder with all your oil paints on it yet.
I don't paint with oil paints. They take too long to dry. I'm an impatient soul. Don't you remember all those trips to the doctor's, Dad, where we used to have to play pocket planes to keep each other entertained? Right, here we go. Okay, so I'm just...
Marie said glue can seep out when you're using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not... Sometimes it's just not fun to use glue. So I'm kind of making... I'll lift this up now to show you. I'm making like a cluster of letter stickers. And it's just to give our eye kind of a bit of a break from the leaf pattern we've got going there. So I'll just give you a bit of a zoomed in effect because I realized that you can't really see some of the techniques that we have already done on this page down below. So I'm just gonna come in. We might add some more color back in again, just because the buffalo card, because it has so much absorbency and thickness to it, and it's very coarse, it will absorb most of the color and stuff we put down, which is why we did put down the modeling paste as well, because it means then that it's not just gonna suck the glue up and not stick the letter tiles down on the page. Instead, we'll also keep those letter tiles on it as well, because sometimes you do run the gauntlet with Buffalo Craft that the cardstock itself will absorb all the glue up, and then your objects will fall off if you just use glue, or if you're using glue for like tiny little accessories. So by doing some what they call priming to the page, which is basically just adding a couple of layers of medium before sticking anything down with glue. Don't get me wrong, if you use double-sided tape straight onto it, you have no problems whatsoever. But before you stick anything down with like glue, dimensional magic, glossy accents, whatever you want to call it, it's just good to add a couple of layers of medium in. It just means that it's already used most of its absorbency up and you've got some backbone in there already. Oh no, that's so good. Alright, thank you. It's just about experimenting, so don't be scared. I know I do talk to a lot of the customers that come through the doors, even though I'm very antisocial sometimes. And I do know that a lot of you are scared to try out some of the mediums just because they are a bit messy and can be made out to be very complicated, but just wax them on a page and have a try. Okay, and then we might put a cluster of these up here, and then we might leave that to dry while we do our centerpiece. Because if you do remember correctly, we added some... trying to think of the words real quick. We added some of those inks, the leftover inks, because I'm very heavy-handed, to our centerpiece. So we definitely need to go in and do some work on that one, I think. Not make it as busy because the background's already going to be very busy now. We just kind of want to brighten it in a sense.
I'll have to put a post up on Facebook about our new chickens too.
Oh, yes. Oh, I came up with the names for these chickens because I'm sick of a million calling them after food. But then, again, the names that I came up with are also food. So our two new chickens are called Kentucky and Fried because we also have a chicken named Chicky. So now we have Kentucky Fried Chicky Cinnamon. Because we worked out the probability of cinnamon outliving Chicky is like 0 to none. I thought it was a genius move, by the way. I came up with that in the car. Just needs to take some. Yes, Jason does need to take some photos of his art journals and send them through to the group, Jason. You are completely right there. Thank you, Deborah. I thought I was an absolute genius when I came up with that, by the way. I'm telling you right now, it took all my brain power. So yes, when Cinnamon dies, we'll have Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's great. As our chicken
Oh,
tenders.
sorry. Chloe, I was on the wrong plastic earlier. Okay. I was just reading Chloe's messenger message she sent me earlier today. I might guess catching up. It's called acetate for the shaker cards, Chloe. I'll put up a link for that. Sorry. The ladies think your names for the chickens is funny here.
I know. I would have called a chicken penny. Yeah. See, like.
But now we've got Kentucky Fried Cinnamon Chicken. And if KFC release a cinnamon type chicken, we need to seriously say to them, boy, get your own ideas. We had that one before you. I don't think cinnamon fried chicken would taste.
I don't think that's gonna be a winner, I'm not gonna lie. But you can argue with them all you want. I'm not gonna stop you.
I don't think it would be. We can do our own experiments.
You're on your own. I am.
Oh, right. Here we go.
We had a pet calf named Beef. It was delicious.
It was delicious. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sounds like a true farmer there, Deborah.
I love that. We had a pet calf named Beef. Oh my gosh. The things you learn on class. So we're just going to set that one to one side as we do this bit.
Chloe, I just put that link in the wrong thing. I'll put it in there.
Wow, Dad, you're going for a 2 out of 2 here, aren't you?
I'm on fire.
That's a lie and a half. Okay, here we go. I'm on fire as well. Woo-hoo. When we first got our cat, Pepper, his original name was Rock, and his twin brother was called Band. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. That's the thing. Amelia normally has the rights to naming the pets, but I'm truly sick of our chickens being called like food that was not funny. Like we've had cinnamon, ice cream, sprinkles, donuts. Just a lot of random ones. So sure, apparently we had 2 sheep, called them Easter and Christmas. Oh yeah. Just perfect. Yeah. So I'm just going to come in and I want to get a bit more definition on this piece of cardstock because we are going to, this is going to be mostly what's seen more than the background. Currently he just looks a bit bland, so I am using our Distress ink spray from the Marina one that we used on the background for the ink. Now, because we already have modeling paste on this stencil that I have not cleaned off, it means that the ink spray is a little bit more opaque because it's mixing with the modeling paste that's already on the stencil. And it also means that we can go through and do a bit of stamping. Go and then Is that when you ate them, lol? Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, that makes a lot more sense now. Okay. And Dad did not even read the comments. Of course.
So, yeah, 6,000 comments for mine.
Actually, that is a good question. Cheryl, did you name your sheep that because that's when you ate them, or was that just like a
Yeah. I'm sure
not a part of the thinking process?
Sure that they were pets only.
Yes, like Deborah's pet calf.
Yep. Okay, they were pets. Scratch that pets idea.
Well, you know. At least you knew exactly where they were going.
Okay. Well, you know, what can I say?
It's one way of not getting attached to them. Cause yeah.
Holy moly.
I'm just
Here I am trying to do-
coming in with my alcohol inks and doing a bit of drawing. Now, make sure, I should have said this when we first opened up the alcohol inks, that you've got a well-ventilated area. If you've got sensitive skin, wear gloves. I know that's a bit of a hypocritical statement because I have sensitive skin and I should be wearing gloves, but I'm not. And fan on, all of that jazz. You don't want to really be consuming the fumes of this too much.
No.
Yep. Was only a one-way trip for them.
It's a bit like Wayne Manetsky with his used to do his goats. And he used to sell them to someone that lived on the other side of the gateway, and he got pulled up at the gateway bridge, someone saying about where's he taking the goats? And he said, I'm taking the girls on a holiday to the Gold Coast. He was really delivering them to his mate for that, yeah, for them to become goat sausages.
Goat sausages. Tasty. I wouldn't know. Never eaten goat sausage. Actually, I wouldn't know if I've eaten a goat sausage or not because you really don't know what's in the meat. What meat they're using.
Granddad used to feed you goat sausages, did
Oh, well, would you look at that? I know what a great sausage tastes like.
Yep. But yes. Taking the girls on a holiday.
So I just got a clean palette knife to scoop out some more modeling paste just because I don't want to get colour in my modeling paste jar. If you do happen to get modeling paste in your jar, like colour in your modeling paste jar, just get a spoon, a plastic spoon, not one that you eat off, and just scoop it out. Because if you do leave paint in your modeling paste jar, A, it will contaminate the jar and it will become all that one color eventually, and B, it can make your modeling paste go off, depending on the chemical content of the paints, on how natural they are, how much water there is in it. If you get alcohol ink in there, definitely. So yeah, so if you do end up getting color in there, scoop it right on out real quick. Oh, Jacqueline made a comment on YouTube. My dad always had a couple of cows for eating every year for years, and he named them things like stir fry, stroganoff stew, and roast, etc.
I know. See what warp type of people we turn into.
Look, all I'm seeing is that we're just drawing a common, you know, line
Your
of.
page is very cool.
Oh, thank you.
I'm working very hard over here.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I'm a way better scribe than you.
Wouldn't be hard.
No, it would not. Right, so we're just going to come through and do some modeling paste leaves. I don't want too many on here, just because it will get lost in the background then if we do. So I just want to see. Oh, shivers, it's 8:03. God.
I'm not going anywhere.
Creating over an hour is so easy in these classes. Normally I'm pretty good. When I was little, when we had roast leg of lamb, I would always try to find three-legged sheep.
Oh, Beryl. Yeah, and life was simpler back then. Life was so much simpler.
Right. Well, I'll take your word for it. Here we go.
You didn't have to worry about that on my old man's farm with pigs because he never shaved the hair off the tops. So you could always tell which one you were. Next.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad you remembered to that one. Because that's just...
Someone's getting away when one is having fun, says Marie.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so here we go. So we've got our background and that one there, and then we do need to leave this one to dry, but we're just going to redo our layout just to see that everything kind of fits. Because this is where... So that's basically where it's going to, yeah, sit, which is quite nice, actually. I think. So we're going to put that one up to dry without a modeling paste because it's quite thick. And then what we want to do is I want to come in and cut a few of these thingies that I wanted out of these, and then we can start making our page, like piecing it together. And distressing it and inking it.
There you go. I'll put up a photo on Facebook of the chickens and a link there. Not that anyone's come to this page to see it. That's enormous too. Poor little chickie is going to be like half the size of these chickens.
Like,
they're point-away chickens and they're nearly as tall as my nesting box.
Once again,
Chickens just seem to be getting bigger and bigger.
Another reason why they're called Kentucky Fried. Aren't you going to chop the back out? The back is chopped out. Oh, out of that bit. Once it dries. Still a little bit wet for that, bizzo. We'll cut these and then we'll cut the back out of those. We might need to heat tool it a little bit. It all depends on how we go. So we're just going to come through and cut out some of these ones out of our scrappy green pieces. Just because we need a little bit of color variation of what we've already got.
She's copying you, dear, and she's got bright blue fingers.
Oh,
very blue fingers.
We can be Smurfs together then. When I would teach kids classes on a regular basis on the weekend, I would still go to school on Monday with like bright colored hands, and I've been to church with bright green and blue hands, and at my awards night, the uniform that I wore had a handprint on the back of it of paint. I somehow made it through the whole night without any teacher noticing. It was great. Actually, I'm pretty sure the teachers noticed. They just...
They were beyond caring, dear. They were rid of you.
They were expecting it. You know.
When our dye ink printer, when the ink sets in it, it always does it in the cyan cavity, and it's just, as soon as it touches your fingers, it just like soaks into your hands.
Oh yeah, blue! I'm telling you. You'll have to send a photo of your hands through. Just like post them up on the Creative Family without any context.
When they say, "Oh, geez, you got some blue on your hands," you go, "No, I haven't. You've seen things."
Seeing things.
It's that blue on my hands.
It just proves that you're a true artist. Will, you see. I did try making that point to my religion teacher once.
You also had the initials for.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. My religion teacher proved that God's a female because her initials spelled G or D. It's like,
her name was Di. We'll leave it at that.
yeah. Pardon? Okay. But yeah. She told me I at least had to make an effort to try and wash the paint off my hands. Right, and then, so we're just going to come through. Go. That one here.
How many of these will try and get to?
Just give me a second. I'm just seeing how many I can fit. Realistically, I just want to cut as many as possible so then I don't have to worry about having to come back and cut more of these things. I had blue ink on the side of my hand when I went to the GP one day and she freaked out. She thought I bruised myself to the fuckery. Oh no, Sandra.
Oh dear.
That would have been an interesting conversation going, no, it's not. It's just me painting.
I haven't hurt myself. I'm just arty.
I'm just artsy fartsy. Where did the die go? Oh, over there. Right, we do have to make sure we poke out all these little holes as we go, or else it gets a bit interesting. Okay, and then I think this is the last one we're going to do, and then we're going to get into making the page pull out. Exactly, Jason.
Jason said that's what my hands look like after a good crafting session.
Yes. That's what you can tell when you've had fun. Your hands are a mess. Your craft area needs a good vacuum. Right, there we go. Clean it off the desk. Now, we do need the heat tool. And we have the heat tool. I do hear that Mum and I are going to be sharing this craft area for a very long time, so that's...
No, we're going to set up your own desk.
Oh, okay. Doesn't she like sharing my mess?
No.
Oh, thank you. Right, so we're just going to heat the modeling paste real quick just to get it touch dry. I'm not expecting it to dry in the center today, which means that in the next few days it might dip a little bit or change in shape a little bit, but that's okay. I just wanted to get it touch dry so then I can go out and cut the center out and distress the edges and ink the edges and all the rest of it. Without ruining one of Mum's ink pads. Okay, there we go. So up and then, oh, this is Mum's good pair of scissors. We might do these with the Timmies. So we're just going to come along and distress the edge a little bit. Because it is still a bit wet, it will become a bit more... Oh, I don't know how to describe it. You know when furniture gets that, like wood gets really wet and then it gets to this point of like mottliness? I think that's how I can describe it. Doesn't sound very pleasant, but it's the effect. Oh, that's okay, Diane. My family and I are never on time to anything.
And Chloe said hands and arms and legs, LOL, especially when painting. Yes.
Yes.
some of those I don't know how Liz is so clean and white pants when she does classes.
Well, I just
Oops, sorry.
clearly what was I gonna say? I just completely remembered something. Oh yeah, I'm just very glad that I wear glasses because like they're literally my safety glasses when it comes to flicking paint. If you got any chickens and their names, you need another one now. And
Call it the air fryer.
oh my gosh.
Well, we're going to get another 2 in a month or so's time. So we could do a name the chicken competition.
Name the chicken competition. Right, so we've distressed that one, and now we want to go in and ink that. So let's see what colours we've got. I don't really want to use Mum's distressings because the ink pad might get a little bit damaged. That's all. I don't think she's up for getting her ink pads a bit damaged. So we might come in and use this pearlescent brown, or I do want something a little bit more, like not pearlescently. Let's see. We've got there's the pine green. Yeah, I'm gonna be adding green. Do we have a brown on the sides? Sea blue, no. Orange, no. Cappuccino. Dark grey, no. Eggplant. Do we realistically not have a brown? Oh, I'm losing inks now. Ink down, ink down. Alright. Maybe brown. With a bit of, not that colour, with a bit of cappuccino. There we go. So here we go. We're just going to come in and ink our edges real quick. After this brown doesn't have much colour left in them. That's all good because he's going to get a bit of a workout because the page isn't completely dry. So we're just going to ink it a few times just because, like I said, that because the paper can be really coarse. Can take a few layers just to ink it up. Go. Right, now we've got that one there, and come on and get rid of the white paint on that one. Yeah, we just get it off by rubbing it. It actually comes off on the non-resistant mat. So, and then what we want to do next is we want to grab our frame. Nope. Getting that this is a little bit more less durable than the actual piece of craft that we just did. We might actually grab out that pine green ink. There we go. And then we're just distressing the edges here. Like I I said, I'm a little bit more heavy-handed than my mum, so there will be a few bits and pieces missing from the side of this frame. Just a few. Just a few. Right, just going to come... Oh, that's a nice colour. It's a bit darker than the brownie cappuccino. That's what I more wanted. So we're just coming in and inking these bits. Oh, did we miss like a whole entire side or something? Go, and then we're just going to come in and pick that one up. And we just want to make it a little bit more rustic, so we come in and rub ink on. If you're not too sure what to rub, you just scrunch up and then pull out. And then you just rub on where the creases are, just to get it a little bit more. We might not cut the center out of our page just because this bit is going to be a little bit flimsy now. Just kind of a me bad. And then what we're going to come and do is, oh, we've got modeling paste on the back of that now. That's all right. And then we're going to come in and put some tape down. But first I want to accent some of these tears in our buffalo just a little bit. Get that one in and that one there maybe. And then flip it over and grab our double-sided tape. Tap him down and him and him. Oh. And him. Right. Come and peel those bits off. I might do some hacking instead of going with it with the trimmer, just so because it is still very wet. That's the thing. So mine paper is just a little bit more flimsy than what yours will be when you do this at home, just because you guys can leave time in between the layers to dry, whereas we're doing this all in one class. So yeah, so we're just going to come in and put that one there. Down. Go. Oh, got a bit of him stuck in that one. Right. And now we just need to make sure this sticks. We have got some creases in it, which is quite nice. And then what we want to come and do is we grab a few of these bits here and we grab some of our pine green ink, and we're just going to come and ink them a little bit. Maybe we might change the color of them, a few of them. So just come over here and just put a little bit of this spray down. Get rid of bits in the holes and just put him in. Down. Yeah, that's it. And then we'll put that one there, and then we'll come in with some of our modeling paste, and we'll make one of these like a white. There we go, because modeling paste is literally very thick white paint if you need it to be. If you need it to be. If you've got gesso, you can use gesso. I just cannot be bothered to pull out my gesso. Now, and then we'll quickly heat those ones up, / dry them. And then we're going to come in and ooh, put that one over there. And just this one up here, and we're going to put some glue down on the edge here. So I don't know if you can see that, but in this edge on the inside of the frame, I'm just trying to put some glue down, but my glue bottle is currently a little bit stuck together. Right. Here we go. So we're just going to come and put some glue down underneath this point here, and then just grab our bits and pieces. Just because, you know, we want a few bits here and a few bits there. Stuck down. Just gives us that nice border. And then if we grab, where's our, these ones here. Grab this one and just grab some little blocks. And it's just about, we don't really have to see our letterbox, but we do need them to be a little bit there. Maybe this side and one. Up here, and then we're going to come up to this point over here. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to make a bit of a cluster. And then so we just want to kind of hide our glue though underneath our frame. So then they seem very seamless. That makes sense. And then come and add some more of these letter block bits. There we go. So we've got the framey bits done. So I'll just lift that up real quick so then you guys can see that. So it's that one and that one there. So those are the bits there. And then we're going to come in with our fakey photos and wood grain bits. So the first thing we need to do is the wood grain bits. So that one, and that one. Right, we just need, because they sit about there if I remember correctly, so we're going to come in and distress each one. Of our woods. Just get that one there, and then because this is the base piece. And we want that to sit kind of like that, so then it gets framed a little bit. About our wood piece. And then we want, where's this wood? Yeah, so it sits about there. So we do need another woody piece, and we need those two up there, but we don't need that one. Okay.
So Marie said it's looking awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Diane B said looks great, man. And Debbie Higgs said I love getting my hands coloured with products while crafting.
Yeah, so do I.
Yes. So that piece goes in there, and what we might do is we might tear that a bit, so then when we come in, just going to try and set this all together now. So that one, and then that one there is that one there, and then we need these two pieces up the top here. Thank you. Sit that one there, and just come in and sit this one. So you guys thought this was going to be a boring brown on brown page. Brown on brown.
Nowhere near that.
Daddy said it's looking awesome.
Thank you. Okay, and then, right, so we've got our fakey photo. I might change my photo placement up just a little bit. Don't know if I'm actually going to use my 4x4. I don't think so. No. I'm going to use the 4x4 photo. Right, there we go. Those two there, and then what we might come and do is these wood bits need to go in, and then we also need some photo mats, I just realized. So we're just going to cut our photo mats real quick because I might have forgotten to do that earlier. So with our piece of craft buffalo that we've got left, which is 6 by 12, currently at the moment we want to cut a 6 by 4 piece, and then we also want to cut 3 2 1/4.
So the 6 by 4, what do you use that on, dear?
You'll see. We want to cut 3 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 inch squares.
6 by 4 and 2. Okay. Did you say 3 or 2 2 by 2s?
3 of the 2 1/4 by 2 1/4.
So,
Okay, and then we're going to come back with our 4 by 6 piece and cut it on a diagonal. Bring back our page. Put those bits out of the way. And then piece of that coming out.
so Debbie said it's certainly a different class, but she's loving it.
Oh, thank you.
Trish said love the page. There you go.
That.
Now I have to check.
That one there, and then what we want is that's for our title there, and then we've got these cream pieces left over from the card class. We're just going to come in and tear those because I do think we need a little bit more of just some, like, I guess something your eye doesn't feel so like it's being attacked or anything by the page. Just want to come in and add a few bits of that there, here and there. I will come in and ink these bits in a second. So they're about 1/2 inch wide or 1/4 inch wide by the end of the time you rip it. And then, yeah. So we want to make this go as far as possible. So I might rip that one again. And that one, and up there. And now we're just going to come in, slide that piece there. So we'll make sure we use our die cut bits and pieces. Thank you. It really has not been that short of amount of time, but yeah, don't look at the time, people. Don't look at the time. because we've run a bit over.
Oh, gee. I haven't fallen asleep yet.
No, you haven't, which is surprising.
Oh, what you like it?
I'm telling the truth here. I actually think we do need that there. Do you think we need the fire? I think the fire actually might be... And then maybe... Just tell me if you don't think the fire belongs. I'm not really set on it yet. Don't know. It was the die from the Art by Marlene Advent Calendar. There are similar ones that.
No, Tanya's got an advent calendar.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah. Then. If you don't have
You
the
want to hold
Advent
it up
calendar.
so she can see?
Oh, yes. Where did I put it? Yeah. Sorry. Here's the dice. That's that one there. So that's the die that we use. Okay, you like the fire? Excellent. It's staying then. The fire stays. Okay, and then I do think we need a bit of this cream to highlight this one here. Just a little bit. And then I keep coming back to this pine cone. I don't know why. Oh, we have a coffee mug. I don't actually drink coffee, so it's gonna be nice. Right, let me cut out my little word things and my little word tiles. Actually, we might do that after we get all this stuck, because none of this is stuck. Which is going to be the fun of it there. So we're just gonna lift up this one here and take this piece with us, and then just come and do these bits, and then we're gonna go and do the other main area. Stick that one down, and then we're just gonna come in with our pine green ink and ink this one, and then tape him. And then we're just going to stick this one here down real quick, because he's underneath the wood. We don't have to worry too much about seeing the glue, which is nice. Right, and then ink him. Taped this one down. And stick this bit down with glue. Go and then ink this one. Because you know, once you've inked one thing, you've got to ink everything. Them's the rules. Come in and take this bit. I think that was
As you said, she loves inking.
inking. Yeah. It's good fun. And then I'll ink this bit. With the cream bits, I'm gonna only try and do like a very light edge ink, just because I do want them to keep that starkness to them, like to break the chaoticness of the page. And I'm just gonna stick this one here. Down, and then before he gets fully stuck down, we're going to come in and stick this one in just there, and then we're also going to come in and put some tape on the back of this one. And oh shivers. Right, this bit was supposed to also go in this here, so just gonna include that one. I'm inking like that. Sorry, I know this is a bit of a repetitive thing now because we're throwing it together. Go, and then that one. And now that we've got that there, we're up to this piece here. So what we want to do is we just want to, we need that one. Yeah, don't need, okay, so we don't want any of the photo bits. So we're just going to come up and put the photo bits in pieces.
Are you using the grey wood last dye?
No. Sorry, that bit there, I did intend to use it, but just because our background's got a bit chaotic, I'm not going to use it now. Truly sorry about that one. I did intend on using it at the start of class, but I'm not going to be using that anymore. Oh, that modeling case is still wet. So I'm just going to come through and distress this as best as possible with modeling paste. My piece. Obviously, you guys can leave it to dry. yeah, I kind of want to a little bit more since it's nicely underneath that bit there. Yeah. There we go. And then what we want to do is we want to come in with our, oh, actually for it to sit nicely underneath that bit, we're going to need a little bit more. We're going to like a full-on tear type scenario there. And that bit there goes up. Yep, that works. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come and ink the edges of that now. And I'm just going to put that one over and just tape him real quick. Actually, we might we'll use this one. And then before we stick it down, we want to get our pieces of white on the backing in the correct spots. Right, so we've got that bit. Oh, that's okay, Mary. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching, Mary.
Right, and we're going to come in and add our pieces of white in. So that's that one. That one, and then we're just going to come in and add some glue to the back of these white strips because they're a little bit too finicky to actually add tape. Just slide that into place now, and then stick him down. The photo mat fell down. Right, now we've got that there. We're going to bring down our photos now from earlier. Okay, so that one there. Right, and we've got this one, and this one. So we're gonna do the smaller photos first, I think. Yeah. And then we'll stick down the larger photos, and I also have that file, didn't I? Yes. The file. There we are with the coming out of it. So we'll just ink that fire because the fire is actually going to be on some foam tape just to give it some dimension. It's all about making balance because the page is very chaotic. We now have to like make sure that you can see everything without it becoming too much of a mess. Each element. on that. There goes
So
there.
Sandy McLaughlin said, very interesting.
Oh, thank you.
Marie said, you are doing an amazing job. I think she was talking to me, except she put there, and I'm in love with this page, says Tanya.
Oh, thank you. So just coming in. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that piece down, and then I do think that, yes, so let's stick these down with tape now. Sorry, there's just a bit of a thought process moment. So we're going to come in and stick these down and ink them as we go. I'm not going to distress the photo mats of the photos, just because this will actually make the photo mat stand out just that little bit more, because they're going to be the only thing on the page that isn't distressed. So not only will the cream stick out, but also the photo mats will themselves as well, which gives us just that extra whack we needed. Okay, and that's that one there, and then we're just going to come in and stick this down with, stick our fakey photo down, just a little bit of tape on an angle like the rest of our page, and then we're going to come in here and stick this here down. So this one here doesn't have any cream. Oh, that's dodgy. Sorry. But that was the photo for a second.
Jacqueline said, yes, a very good page.
Oh,
On the tube.
on the tube. Sometimes people can get a better quality image on YouTube.
It needs less data.
Oh,
So if
okay.
your connection is weak, if you have weak internet,
Suggest YouTube.
yeah, YouTube can support the video. And for some reason, the volume is louder on YouTube than what it is on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
No idea why that is.
Well, check. Fun fact of Dad.
As I sit here on a PC with my volume.
Don't know really how reliable that one is then, do we?
No, I know that because doing retreats with our soundbar.
Oh, I thought we were on Facebook.
On the weekend, yes.
Okay. That was very loud.
Yes, you don't want to know how loud YouTube is.
No, I really don't. I'm going to put that one up a bit. And then where's that piece of cream?
So what we're talking about is when we do a class at a retreat, we've got a screen now that we pull down because I'm out of it. And we use a projector and project the class into the classroom. And the sound bar is really loud.
And then that one there. And now I'm going to come and do is I want this bit here to be up on foam tape now. So I just want to come in and ink these bits real quick. I'm going to avoid the bit that has modeling paste on it, the wet stuff, because that's not
Looks super good with photos.
fun. It would look super good with photos on it, but I just didn't put any before I
We might
came.
have to find some photos here and stick them on there.
But which camp do we choose?
You've done quite a few here. So.
I have like about 50 photos of Milton on the last camp that I went to being a sun mum. And yes, that's what people called him. Because as soon as you, like, hopped off the... Oh, no, this was the second. Oh, maybe the fourth last camp I went on. Oh, I'm mixing up camps now. Anyway, one of the camps I went on, Milton literally... He'd hop off the bus from going somewhere. And he was there with a tub of sunscreen. And before you hopped off the bus, you had to put out your hand and get a... dollop of sunscreen on your hand, or else you weren't allowed off the bus. Some kids were excused from it if they had like sensitive skin where they had to use their own sunscreen, but in that case he made them stand there and put it on in front of him because, you know, Milton was given the job of making sure that no one got sunburnt.
Obviously, you took that job very seriously.
Look, he fully embraced it. I'm not kidding. Like,
Yeah, he had authority.
my older brother, when he's given a job, it's either all effort or none.
There you go.
And in that scenario,
He is 100% on board.
oh yeah.
He's looking pretty crazy.
Oh, thanks, Dad. I'm glad you approve. I'm just gonna put a bit of tape in the middle of that one there. And then I just need my creamy piece to come in.
We're going to be so busy tomorrow.
I'm gonna finish off all the kits.
Yeah.
And I'm still cutting for Morayfield, and I'll continue cutting for Morayfield until the last day, more than likely.
Yes, drop a bit of a bombshell on you this afternoon, didn't we? But we can't discuss that. There's something coming up.
Yeah, it's a surprise.
We'll be in Brisbane sooner than that.
But you know what? The surprise is that Naomi has to do more cutting.
Drive them cameos.
Internally screaming, I am. Right.
Dale? What the hell?
I was hoping for a sleep-in on Sunday.
We're out of sleeping on Sunday.
You are? I'm heading over to that shop to cut. I'm behind.
Yep, Jackie said for her, the picture is quality is definitely better and the sound is good too.
Oh, okay, that's...
Just supporting your channel, Jackie says. Thank you, Jackie.
Well, thank you. Right, so I'm just going to come in with some of my alcohol ink that I already used, which is the ginger colour, and I'm just going to spread that in some of the more built up bits, like it's coming out of the paper. Although that cream paper did really absorb that alcohol ink, which I did not expect. And then there we go. I'm just going to come in with some of our khaki now.
Did you end up picking a toilet for us?
We did, but I'm not putting them on.
Okay.
It was going to be open, wide open spaces.
Yeah.
But I wanted to cut the white out from each letter. We're not doing that.
No.
We'd be here forever.
Ever and ever. Looks like I need some alcohol inks. Yep. We gotta do a reorder of them babies too. After a big sale. Some
Yes.
ladies did take the opportunity to top up their alcohol ink supply.
The shop won't be moving around, I'm very sorry to say, until after Melbourne. Just because there's no point in doing it until after Melbourne. However, Dad may be rejoicing in that, but we are doing a full move.
No.
Paper wall and everything.
Okay.
So all in-store customers that are quite used to the layout right now, that you know where your favourite products are, I suggest
The layout's only 2 weeks up, not even that, a week up.
that you make a few notes. Because in a month's time, the likelihood of it being there is zilch.
Move things again.
Yes.
So attach that to bring a page.
Right, so I'm just coming in and adding some details.
What colour alcoholics are they?
Oh, so I've got ginger and then the golden age khaki.
Yes, alcoholics come in lots of different colours. And different. Some have glitter, some have metallics, some have golden age. It's got khaki,
Khaki.
K-H-A-K. Look at that, I spelled it right. Wowzers.
Go Dad. Woohoo. Right, so I'm nearly done putting.
Oh my goodness, we're still within the stock. I'll put up on for all the alcoholics.
Yes, I did my homework before I went on class.
Wow.
I know, some of us were prepared for this class.
Well, in the 25 minutes you got given those. No, it was more than that.
Yes, it was like an hour. After you cancel out the time that I went for a pool swim. Because I did go for a pool swim. Today was one of my slower days. But that's all good.
Oh, Dee can't wait to finish her page tomorrow after everything else dries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Make sure you dry it between the layers.
So why are you edging it like that?
I'm edging it because I feel like it's missing something on the frame. And we've already used this color in the in like the background and everything, and to ink some of our geometric texture type things. So it means that we don't actually have to come in and do anything extra with this and doodle something else. We can just etch the page and not worry if it looks out of place, because it won't.
Do you know what? I think this page looks really good because when you were first using the browns and the blues and the greys, I thought, oh, we're going to make mud. I could see mud coming.
And you didn't bother to stop me?
No. You're the one with the degree.
You don't need a degree to paint. On my degree, all I learned was resilience and independence.
And not to make mud.
Nah, I still make lots of mud. However, I do miss writing essays. I don't know why.
You need your head read.
Yep. That's what my friend said.
Literally.
At university. Most of my friends are still at university. They're finishing their degree off in like the next year or so. And my friendship group, and they're like, I'm celebrating the last essay I'm writing. And I'm like, okay, I did too. Right, I think we might be done. Woohoo! Right. Let me lift that up so then you can see that. Oh, we hit low power 10% like 5 minutes ago.
You better plug some power into that thing.
No, we're not doing that. Right, there we go. Sorry about that. We just had to plug some power in. I was a bit concerned at the start, thinking I'm not going to like it. And how do I say that? But boy, I was wrong. Okay, thank you. I'm glad it turned out all right then, people. I did not realize how much my reputation was on the line.
When are we back?
Right. So thank you all for coming. This is the end product. I'll take up some photos and post them tomorrow and do all the paperwork tomorrow morning before we head into the store. We're back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Woo! For my mixed media class in art journaling, where we are doing fan brush flowers, everything to do with fan brushes. So, and it was because last week I kind of did them really quick as a sidestep, and people were like, you need to go in depth. So we're doing that tomorrow night. I think I need to remind you of something else, but I can't remember what it is. Like always, it's pretty much how I end every class, not gonna lie. But thank you all for coming.
We do have tomorrow night to remind.
Yes, we do have tomorrow night to remind you. So I'm sure by tomorrow night I will know what I'm supposed to be reminding you of, which I was supposed to remember. So, you know, who knows. But thank you all for coming and have a great evening. I'm sorry we ran over by like an hour. But yeah, see you all tomorrow. Bye.